What's the difference between Siberian ginseng and Chinese ginseng? Really important question. It's a good question. So, first and foremost, the botanical name is going to give you a huge hint right off the top. Eleuthero sentacosus. That's Eleuthero's botanical name. And the Eastern version, right, because we have an Eastern version, is Acanthopanax sentacoccus, right? So those are your Eleuthero plants, right? Siberian ginseng. Chinese ginseng is Panax ginseng. And you're going to see that Panax even in front of the American ginseng, Korean ginseng, Panax ginseng family. And the Panax ginseng family have a group of compounds that are known as panaxicides, or they're sometimes called ginsenosides. The Eleuthero plants have what are known as eleuterosides, right? So totally different compounds. But because Eleuthero has so many properties that are like ginseng, it became known as Siberian ginseng. It's native to Russia, northeastern China, Japan, Korea. And they were like, hey, this is like, and it's a distant cousin, so it's not totally off, right? But it's not the same. So you want to know that. Some of the differences are ginseng really gets called in. It can be used, it's the king of chi herbs, right? It's the herb that's going to come in and help energize and fortify you. And I mean all the way down the spectrum to when you've got collapse of chi, right? When somebody's gotten really, really sick and seriously needs a boost to their system, right? It's for erectile dysfunction, for that stimulating, property. Siberian ginseng, more going to be reproduction. Yes, it's going to help build chi, build energy, right? It's stamina and endurance as well. This is the herb that got studied and created the word adaptogen, right? A Russian scientist studying, looking for ways to keep the soldiers strong, looking for ways to keep the athletes strong. What's all this about tonic herbs? We better look at this. And came up with this term because there was no one way. This was an herb that came in systemically. And so this is the word, this is the plant, Eleuthero, Siberian ginseng. So it's considered to be a little bit more on the anti-fatigue end of things, right? It's going to help with reproduction and fertility issues, but not that idea of erectile, not that idea of stimulating and moving in that same sort of way, more like that nourishing and coming up and under. There are nuances. They have lots of crossover, but there's some examples of where this plant is different. Um, there's a great saying from a traditional Chinese medicine doctor who said, I would rather take a handful of Eleuthero than a carload of gold and jewels. And that's a fantastic saying because that shows you how this is an herb you want to have around. It is so powerfully boosting to your immune system and helping to support anti-inflammatory illnesses, whether it's cardiovascular disease or diabetes or arthritis, right? It comes in handy. And fatigue, pick a level, any level. We're not kidding when we say it's an anti-fatigue herb. Whether you think it's because of stress or you think it's because you've been sick, whether because you've been going through cancer therapy and you need rejuvenating, Eleuthero, you want to check it out. Check out our healing herb health session on it. We've got a lot more information, recipes, because you can cook with this baby as well as use it in teas. We've got some great ones in there for you and tips on how to garden with it. Beautiful. This is a beautiful plant.